Not bad for a minor paint correction. Welcome to WhiteDetails. So hello then, good evening and welcome to WhiteDetails. This is normally hello, good morning and welcome to WhiteDetails, but it's midweek, it's Wednesday, it's 6:30 in the PM. Behind me stands a partially very shiny black sapphire F80 BMW M3. So yes, it's unusual that I would start a vlog mid-week, mid-detail, mid-job, but I'm going to show you some of the last portions of the M3 detail and then introduce you to what's currently next door. It's another M car and we'll get onto that very shortly. So the M3 is a two-stage minor paint correction detail aiming to get 70 to 80% of the surface defects off the panels. It's pretty bad, it was pretty heavy, it was pretty contaminated and dirty as it arrived. It's had a bit of work here and there. I have some images of the initial delivery stage as the car was dropped off, but no footage of the wash, unfortunately. The cutting passes in the minor correction have been delivered and transformed the car quite nicely. On paper, the minor correction is a two-stage polish. The first stage is the cut, which you're removing the damage. That's where you get the 70 to 80% surface defect removal. But that itself, dependent on the quality of the lacquer of the car you're working on and on the combination of pad and polish that you choose to use for the cut, that itself leaves damage, holograms or micro marring haze behind, which needs refining. That is the part of the job I'm at now. Cartex 9000 final cut on the white polishing pads is doing the job quite nicely. I would say in terms of refining, I've done about 60-70% of the car. Still got, I don't know, I'd say about 80 actually. I've got the door, rear quarter, bumpers, side skirt, tailgate to finish off. The door has been refined, very sharp. Then if we look at the rear door, if you know what you're looking at, you can maybe see the holograms there, the DA haze from the cutting, the bloominess around the light itself, the blue tinge. That isn't here on the front door, so that's what I'm now sorting out, which in turn delivers a much glossier, sharper finish. There are quite a few intricate spots on this vehicle, essentially a 3 Series, but the M3 of course, especially with the M Performance kit, side skirts, carbon fibre diffusers and splitters, there's angles, ledges, intricate spots, which all take time. So as well as the polishing work, the M3 is having its wheels, which are diamond cut with a smoked lacquer. It's having them refurbished. They'll be back possibly late tomorrow, if not Friday. At that point, the wheels will be coated, the calipers will be sorted and protected, the exhausts. It is receiving a full interior as well. There's a few nice trick carbon fibre sections and accessories on the interior, which I'll show you around later. And then the final puzzle piece for this job will be ceramic protection for the paint. The job's good. Let's have a quick look next door. San Marino Blue M4 CS, awesome bit of kit. I'm locking up for the night now. I've just been in and left it on charge. So the CS is the stripped out sort of light body M4. Check out the door cards. They're very cool. M grab handle here. This will be receiving a full interior package as well. I'm done for the day. I'm going to send a quick update to the M3 guy to let him know where we're at. And then I'll see you tomorrow. That was the machine polishing complete. It's all fully refined now, but the beepers, the gloss black beepers and the sides of the door, these need cutting, polishing, refining. And after that, the machine polishing will be complete. Very nice. Right then, interior time. Here we go. Lots of additional carbon fibre sections. Harman Kardon. Similar to the purple silk M3, which was posted a couple of weeks back. It has the rear door blinds, which is very nice. Back to the front seats, very nice. But the light coloured interior, it's always difficult to pick up on camera properly. But that is pretty dirty. Whip that off. Phone mount. First of all, I'm going to get it vacked up. Oh, going to get it fully vacked and blown. The seat runners will have the airline. The airline will blow into the cracks and the creases of the leather. All the toothpickery, by the way, toothpickery and a few touch-ups have been done. Toothpickery is a cocktail stick with a cloth to get polish residue out of the cracks and crevices, all built up in the lines, the mirrors and the top. Oh dear, you missed your parcel, Hermes.
That's because I could drown myself in someone like you.
Been out this morning to pick up the wheels from PB Powder Coatings, and an excellent job, I have to say as well. We'll look at them in more detail later. Delivery through from Cartec to More 9000, that's the one step sort of finishing polish, cutting polish, and also they sent through a body warmer. Now that to me is a power button, and that to me the inside is an insulated heated blanket. So plug that into there and you have a heated body warmer, which I'm sure I'll put to test in the coming weeks. Now it's getting cooler and colder. Modesta BC08 coating is on the car. That can be on there for another 10-15 minutes before we start to buff that off. Calipers have been coated. The exhausts, you've seen the transition of dirty to clean. The exhausts have been done. Interior wise, it's pretty much there. I've just got to do the shiny carbon fibre sections and some areas up on the front end, as well as the glass. Then I think this one is being picked up some point over the weekend before we start on the CS. Well, that's it, and unfortunately I can't yet hand this car over because I'm still waiting on the delivery of the gloss black M3 badge for the back end. So there's a delay in the delivery of that. Believe it or not, my main BMW dealership couldn't sell a black M3 badge, which I find very hard to believe. So one was sourced online much earlier in the week, but unfortunately it's not yet here. So the Modesta ceramic protection that's on the car now, on 98% of the car, has been infrared cured and it's been wiped over with M1 shots. It's fully finished and finalised, apart from the boot lid. Obviously I can't put the ceramic down in this area on the boot lid yet because the badge still needs to be installed on the boot lid there. So badge on, ceramic that area, cure that area. There is a bit of a knock-on effect because it affects the pickup times now somewhat. Most unfortunate, but we'll have a look over this. There was also the Miguelo Blue Audi RS4, the B7 Avant from last week, which I've got some after footage of I would like to share. So we'll jump into that now and then start the CS Monday next week. Not easy, this vlogging malarkey. Good morning. BMW M4 CS. Inside, soon to be blown dry. Well, clay barred and then blown dry. CS has been fully decontaminated. Hang on. Thank you. Decontaminated with the tar deposit removal stage outside in the clay bar. Didn't film any of that process, and then it's been blown dry. Getting on into early afternoon before I started any polishing. I have done some test experimental sets on the front wing, but it's time we took a look around at the paint inspection on this model. It's only done 7,000 miles. Bear that in mind. Well, I say that, I don't know how bad it is. I've had a quick look and it's had a bit of paint work somewhere. But buffer trailing, holograms, the movement there, obviously, initially, it doesn't look too bad. There's a bit of haze, wash swirls, but I have spotted some deeper scratches in locations. This is a minor paint correction detail. Massive buffer trail. The line, the left to right line on my light there, how it strays to the left, finishes, you can see it at the bottom. Bit of overspray found on the light cluster. It's difficult to pick it out on the camera. The boot lid and the bonnet are carbon fibre. There's a few marks on here to try and reduce down that may not come out within the single cut with the minor correction. The bumper, the back end looking particularly dry. An area that's possibly seen some paint work. These lights are fantastic. You can see the blades in there when they light up. BMW OLED, but swirls killing the clarity on the exterior, which will be tackled and sorted. Something's pushed around this corner of the bumper here. There are deeper scratches there, which continue down to there, which continue down. Just about make it out on the camera, hopefully. Bedpan, PIMP. An array of buffer trails, top of the driver's door. Movement there. It's a bit localized, it's had a bit here and there. Call it a B pillar if you will, but the little gloss black trim section between the windows. Oh, no, that's particularly bad. Some rub marks here. It's the worst area on the car so far. And then we come to the bumper. So, chips, road rash, but then there are clumpy overspray patches. It's difficult to photograph, not too sure. There's a masking mark there on the carbon fibre. See that, the difference in the left and right. But what you can definitely see, or at least hear, listen how, I hate this, listen how dry it is. Oh God, that's not my fingers sandpaper. Oh, that's covered in overspray. And then the bonnet and the roof will come onto at the time, because it's a bit high to fully inspect it currently, but what a stunning bit of, I would say steel work, but it's not steel. It's carbon fibre. That is stunning. The M4 CS being the lightweight vehicle, of course, again. Hence, they're pretty magnificent. Underside of the bonnet. Very nice. Ooh, one thing I did spot while I was tackling the wheels, these satin grey wheels can be very difficult to clean up sometimes. But the fronts both have scores on the barrel. Nasty scores, in fact. That is something being trapped between possibly the caliper and the wheel itself. I'm sure that would have made a horrendous sound at the time. Both front wheels. Certainly removed what I need to remove for this job spec, and the combination is Lake Country microfiber cutting pads with a 1-inch microfiber cut pad on the hybrid, and then Cartex Diamond Cut 3000, the compound. If you're still intrigued and you want to try this yourself in the Cartex range, there is, don't forget, a discount code for that refinish system, which can be found in the video description down below, with discount codes. Whoa. Polishing the handle. example of how important the use of IPA, the alcohol panel wipe, is on the surface. This area has been 3-inch, it's had the hybrid, it's looking pretty good. There was some bad scratching. I can still see the rounded off. You can just about make out the scratching. But watch what happens now. That's just after one cut. Watch what happens when IPA is applied. I'm sure this area will need multiple cuts, so that's why I'm confident these scratches will come back. Because after one cut, that's almost too good. You see that on camera? Ta-da! The back. See how important the IPA is? I will tackle these a little bit more with the hybrid. There's a lot of hybrid work down here and this awful overspray. It's day 2, I've been down this side. The offside is now looking very nice, particularly sharp already. But that will be refined later on, before we think about getting some coatings down. Good. Interestingly, the right hand side wasn't too bad before. This is always the problem area with the overspray, but now the left's done. Look what happens. Left side looking a lot better. Now the right side actually looks the worst side. Holograms, buffer trails, lack of clarity. Just spotted also there's a bit of a knock here. There's damage on the corner. Hopefully the owner knows about that. I'll have to avoid that with the polisher. It's slightly cracked on the top surface as well. It's 5 o'clock. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Oof. 5 o'clock, refining complete. Oh yeah. What do you prefer, San Marino blue on the M4 or purple silk, the individual M3 that was here a month or two back? super sharp. I think the front end's transformed the most on this one. The entire car wasn't terrible, but the front bumper was pretty lacking, and especially with the overspray and the clarity issues down here. It's looking super sharp. Headlights also received the two-stage polish, tight in the intricate areas up into the top corners. And of course, finger polishing where required. San Marino blue paint touch-up. B51 is the colour code, Bravo 51. I still get the odd message on Instagram and comments asking about the touch-ups, where are they sourced. It's been a while since I've touched on that. So, Fisher Motor Factors in Lincoln. Tap that into Google, Fisher Motor Factors, paint touch-ups. All you need is to be able to source the colour code, and that varies across the different vehicles. It could be under the bonnet, it could be in the boot, it could be on the door slam panel on the driver's side, or the passenger side, or on the logbook. Modesta's BC08 going down again for the San Marino paint. Work in progress on the interior. I've not done a great deal of filming this morning. Quite a bit of trade on. There's a window tint going on next door on an Audi A8. But this will keep me busy for the next 30 minutes applying it, to leave it for about 50-60 minutes and get the wheels coated. Curing the coating, just about to start the wheels. Hop up.
little too tall, could've used a few pounds. Tight pants points, hollering out.
Curly whirly and a cappuccino. Perfect. I think it's about time I had a look at my services. That's a minor paint correction, which is, it may as well just be a paint correction, I think. Do we really need any more than a minor correction? 95% of the time, perhaps not. I'm sure in the after footage, in fact I'll try and include one or two rounded off deeper scratches that are left behind on this, but unless it's something really special that doesn't go in outside and doesn't get used, then yeah, I'm very pleased with the minor correction level at this time. The eagle eye among you may have realised and noticed I'm now back on the Bauer & Wilkins PX headphones. Technically very good, but I've had them a long time. Just didn't use them a great deal because when I'm bent forward doing wheels or interiors or just leaning, they tend to fall off my head. I think I might have a funny shaped noggin. So I was using the Sonys on the basis that they're comfortable, but the poor Sonys have seen better days. They may be repairable. I'm using that as a segue through to my Amazon affiliate page. If you may be interested in a set of the noise cancelling PX headphones, or it may be a scan grip head torch or a light, or it may be something unrelated. If you want to help out in some way and give something back at no cost of your own, but if you use the link below in the video description to the WhiteDetails Amazon affiliate links, that will earn me 1% of the purchase, which every little helps. And each episode, on average, I've said it before, but it takes on average about 13-14 hours to stitch together for free content. So yeah, please consider using the links below for Amazon purchases this December. It's been a fun couple of weeks. The black sapphire BMW M3, minor paint correction, wheel refurbishment, wheel coatings, interior and Modesta ceramic coatings, followed by the San Marino M4 CS. Next week, in the next half an hour, I have a Porsche Macan. It's a new car prep on a Macan S. That's being dropped off any second. Again, if you haven't found WhiteDetails on Instagram and you want to see the behind the scenes insights and daily updates, feel free, WhiteDetails on Instagram. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. If you've made it through this far, thank you also for your support this year, 2020. It's been a bit of a rocky road, a bit of a rubbish one for us all, I'm sure. Like the video if you've enjoyed, comment down below. Which do you prefer, the M3 or M4? I think on the colour front, certainly the M4 tops it for me personally. Subscribe if you're not already, and please consider sharing the video. Don't forget about the Amazon links if you can help the channel there at all. Take care, take it easy. Bye for now. Bye.